Do you love classical tarot decks? Well, today we're going to be reviewing two classicals, you guys, Botticelli and the Da Vinci. We're going to be doing a flip through. We're going to be reviewing both of these decks. Which one should I get? Which one should I not get? Which one is better? At the end of this video, you will know exactly which one to get. Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. This is Rob. Today we're going to be reviewing two classical decks. These are both by Lo Scarabeo. One is the Da Vinci, the other one is the Botticelli. You know, I got this one about 2 months ago, 3 months ago, and this one I just got literally yesterday. So we're going to be unwrapping this one together. We're going to be looking at it and we're going to compare the two. Which one is better suited for you? And at the end of the video, you will know exactly which one you want to get. We'll compare colors, we'll compare size, we'll compare paper. We'll compare everything that we can like we always do on all of our videos. So let's get this going, you guys. Let's start with the Botticelli. Let's get this one unwrapped because it is still wrapped, of course, as I said. So you guys, if you've watched some of my other videos, you will know that where I am located, Lo Scarabeo delivers directly to my doorstep. So I get all of my decks. When I want to get a Lo Scarabeo deck, I get it directly through them. I don't, I know that for people in the US and in Canada, I think it's through Llewellyn. Here I can get them exactly through them. So, and this one, as I said, I just got yesterday. This one I've gotten 2 weeks ago. So I'm excited to open this one and see what, of course I've seen videos of it. And of course I've seen, flip throughs of it, but I never, I've yet to have it on my hands. And so I'm wondering if this is really going to be something that I'm going to enjoy, something that is going to be something that I want to use. So far I can see that the paper is pretty much regular cardstock for this type of cards. And of course, the Lo Scarabeo comes with a small booklet. So as I was saying, you guys, they come with the standard Lo Scarabeo little booklets. This one is for the Botticelli tarot, and it has a brief description there of the tarot. Of course, it comes in the different languages. It gives you a spread here. It goes right into the major arcana and then the minor arcana. Whoever has one of these Lo Scarabeo versions knows these booklets very well. And this one is the other one for the Da Vinci. And so it's the same thing. It has languages here. It has a small description, and then it goes right into the major arcanas and minor arcanas in all the different languages. And you guys, of course, as you've seen, these decks come in tuck boxes like this. And so they're both exactly the same material. And they're not the sturdiest boxes or anything like that. But this one says, for the Da Vinci, the image is inspired by the brilliant Italian artist, together with a profound symbolic meaning, give life to the union between painting and cartomancy. In honor of the Italian Renaissance, age of the tarot, age of the genius, 78 cards with instructions. So that's for the Da Vinci, and that is the Botticelli box. This one doesn't have any writing on it, but that's the front of the box, and that's the back of the box and the side of the boxes. Actually, the Botticelli box looks nice. So let's get into the cards. What do we have here? Right off the bat, I can tell you that this paper stock for the Botticelli is, wow, really thin. So, yeah, this is really thin paper. The printing, I can already see that is not so good on this particular card. They are reversible. They are not gilded, you guys. So There's no gilding on it. And you see how it's like bent a bit? I don't know if you can see that on your device or not, but it is bent. And they bent when the cardstock is very thin. And so these guys are very thin, okay? When it comes to shuffling, they shuffle okay. I can tell that these cards are not going to last a long time. So good for, it doesn't matter because for me, I don't think I'm going to be using them. I don't think I'm going to be reading with this deck. I can already tell. See, even if I just grab the card like this, it already bends. The front of the card looks okay. I mean, I think that the gold here is really what adds to the cards. But other than that, you guys, the printing is pretty mediocre, I have to say. So I was expecting better quality all around, and I didn't get it with this deck. So I am not pleased with this Botticelli, and it's a shame because Botticelli has such beautiful work, and for such a famous painter, I think they could have done justice to him a bit better, but they didn't. And this is what we can. This is what they have for the Botticelli. But if you look at some of the images, this is the tower. They're really interesting and very nice. It's just that the printing is not quality printing, and that's the problem. There's the devil. I do resonate with the artwork and with the images. It's too bad that printing is not good and paper is really flimsy. And paper is really important to me. Cardstock is super important to me. And when a card is so flimsy like this, it disillusions me, really. It's what it does. That's the hangman. And this paper stock, this cardstock quality has totally disappointed me. But if you like thin paper or cardstock, then this may be a good deck for you. It's way too thin for me, but the images are very nice. I'm going through some of the images so you can see them. Of course, we're going to do a flip through, but that's the star. See, they're beautiful. They're beautiful images. I wish they would have done something a little bit more of quality, and they didn't. And this deck will run you about $23, $24, I think. And at the end of the day, with shipping and everything, you end up paying almost $30. And that's, that's not cents, right? I mean, that's money. So, by the time I was done with the two decks, I probably spent about $60, and that is quite a bit of money for a paper stock like this. So they are mate, or a bit, not really mate, but they're like in between shiny and mate. They're just in between. And that is the Botticelli. Now, when we go to the Da Vinci, I've had time to work with the Da Vinci, and I actually like the Da Vinci. That's what inspired me to get this one. I was not expecting this one to have this paper quality, because this one, for the price, has pretty good paper quality. This is thicker cardstock. It holds much better. You can tell that it's going to last longer. The printing on this particular deck is much better than on this deck. And I don't know if you guys can see that on your device or through the lens, but there is a stark difference between the printing of this one and the printing of this one. Now, of course, this is a lot more colorful than the Da Vinci. As you can see, this has many, many more color. It's just colorful all around. And this one is not. This one is very muted. But I don't really mind it. I think that the images on this one are clearer, and of course, you cannot compare the two decks. You cannot compare the two artists, although they are from the same time period. They have very different styles of painting. So This one is much better quality, you guys. This is the back of the deck for the Da Vinci, and it is reversible. I really like the deck. It's looks like, I don't know if this one is the Mona Lisa but it looks like the Mona Lisa to me, with different clothing. And this is just, I've worked with this deck. I've used this deck. I like working with this deck. You know, when it comes to size, they're both exactly the same size, and that's regular size. Lo Scarabeo, regular card size. So, and the back of this one is also reversible, by the way. And also the back of this one doesn't thrill me at all. It just looks so, it just looks cheap. This deck looks like very flimsy and sort of cheap. This one is much, much better. This one has much better paper quality. This one is much sharper when it comes to the images. And this one is actually nice to work with. When you shuffle this deck, it shuffles really well. Much better than the Botticelli. This one actually, you see that? The cards just fall better. As opposed to this one, the cards don't really fall. The cards just, yeah, they kind of get stuck. And then it's like, it's so thin that immediately it goes like that. The paper bends immediately pretty much as you like touch it. This one doesn't do that. And this one is also not bent. These cards are straight. There's no gilding on these cards, you guys. And it just shuffles much, much better. Now, fan situation, I can already tell you that the fan situation on these decks is going to work really good because it's thin paper stock, it slides fairly easy, and so for a fan situation, it works really good. King of Cups, and that just kind of gives you an idea of what some of these cards look like. This one is the Five of Cups. I'm getting all cups. This is the Two of Cups. Let's do one more. And this one is the... Is that the Ace of Coins? Yeah, this is the Ace of Pentacles. So, that's the Botticelli, you guys. And if we do a fan situation with the Da Vinci, you're going to see that it also works wonderfully. Look, it just works really well. Let's pick some of these cards. Like right away, I feel the difference. And so it just feels so much better on my hands. This one is also not shiny, but it's also not mate. It's more on the mate side, actually. This one is the Eight of Coins. Let's pick a couple of them so you can see. And this is the Magician. And I was actually looking for another, I saw a couple of reviews on another Da Vinci deck that I really like. And I love classical decks. So I wanted to get it, but I couldn't find it online. So if anybody knows where I can get another Da Vinci deck, please let me know. I am super interested in that. But this one is the Knight of Pentacles. And this is the Knight of Cups. And this is the Queen of Cups. And that sort of gives you an idea what this one looks like. The Da Vinci. So you guys, in conclusion, and of course, we're going to do a flip through. You're going to see every single card when I am done here. In conclusion, if I had to pick one of these decks, if I had the choice on one of these decks, I would definitely go for the Da Vinci. Actually, if I would have known that this deck was like this, I would have never bought it. So, because many of you know I buy my decks. So, this one is a lot sturdier, a lot sharper, and it's just a much better quality deck. And this one is just not. So, You make your own judgment. I tell you exactly what my experience with this decks is, and my experience right now leads me with this one. I mean, am I happy that this is on my collection? I'm happy that this one is in my collection. I'm not so happy that this is on my collection. I mean, it's there, but like I said, maybe I'll gift it at some point. I don't know, but it's not a deck that I'm going to be using. Maybe I'll take it out and look at it, look at the images, but I don't think I'm going to be using this deck too much. But this one I have used and I will continue to use. All right, you guys, as I always say, sit back, enjoy the ride. We're going to do our flip through. And as I always say, until the next time.